Hello and thank you for watching the project proposal video for Team 7 for FSE 100 at ASU Online. Let's take a look at the problem we've been challenged to solve. Create 4 inexpensive functional instruments that fit together in a small restricted space and still play our ASU alma mater. Here are some project requirements. All 4 of these instruments must be capable of playing the ASU alma mater at least one instrument per part. All 4 instruments must fit into a 2x2x2 box for transportation. All 4 instruments must be aesthetically pleasing. They need to look nice. Each instrument must cost $15 or less. No more than 6 feet of string or wire can be used. No more than 10 feet of pipe may be used. And of the 4 instruments, we must have at least 1 percussion instrument, 1 string instrument, and 1 wind instrument. So let's start things off right. I'm going to hand you over to Jared, and he's going to tell us about what percussion instruments he's suggested to solve this problem. Take it away, Jared.
Thanks, John. Hi, I'm Jared Sliter. I'm going to be covering the percussion instruments. My first design is a cantilevered xylophone system that uses 1/8 inch brass bars with a total length of 3.46 inches and width of 9.25 inches that covers a tone of high-mid. My second design is a simply supported xylophone system that uses the 1/8 inch brass bars but has a length of 9.25 inches and width of just over 8 that covers a tone of high. My third design is a simply supported xylophone system again, but it uses a 1/4 inch oak wood with a total length of 12.5 inches and width of just over 15 to cover a tone of mid-low. As you can see from my decision matrix, design 1 covers the requirements and criteria best, so it is my preferred design. Now I'm going to send it over to Zach.
Thank you, Jared. My name is Zach, and the instrument I came up with is a 2-string dynamic range instrument. It uses a bow to vibrate the strings like a violin would. To change frequency, the user adjusts the tension of a plate located on the underside of the instrument. To increase frequency, the user squeezes on this plate, adding more tension to the strings, and to decrease, the user releases on the plate, releasing the tension on the strings. The hole in the center of the design allows for amplification of the sound, and the instrument is equipped with an arm strap, as it would be difficult to grasp the instrument at the same time as adjusting the tension in the tension plate. The available frequency range for this instrument varies from 0 to 716.252 Hz, which is plenty to cover the alma mater.
Thanks, Zach. Great ideas. Jared, awesome percussion instruments. My name is John Campbell, and these are my instrument suggestions for string instrument to cover the low range. Let's look at my first instrument. The first instrument is a low string instrument, and it is my preferred submission for this project. It features a simple string construction of only 0.047 inches in diameter. It's actually 18 gauge electrical wire. There's going to be a crank at the top of this design that allows for adjustment of string tension, and this design also includes a clamp that will be able to navigate up and down the shaft of the string instrument so that you can adjust the string length as desired to achieve a good frequency coverage. This instrument will again cover the low range. My next instrument is more of a box style, kind of similar to a guitar but a little more Renaissance, let's say. It's basically a box with an opening and strings stretched across it. The screws at the top of each string will be there to be able to adjust the string tension so that they can resonate at the appropriate frequency over the open cavity of the box itself. This instrument will again cover the low range of the alma mater. My third instrument submission is more of a harp style instrument. It has 9 strings stretched across a harp style frame with a kind of a custom design at the top to accommodate each individual string length. Again, the strings at the top of each string, there's a screw adjustment to adjust your string tension. And again, these strings are also just 0.047 inches in diameter. They will cover the low range of the alma mater. Here you can see some math equations that I've used for these string calculations and all of the frequencies that we as a team have covered in this alma mater. Finally, you can see my string instrument decision matrix. As you can see, my first design, which was my preferred submission, has won the battle of the decision matrix and has achieved ultimate success and become my preferred suggestion for this project. Well, that's my submissions for the string instrument for our alma mater for Team 7. I'd like to pass it over to Ryland. What do you got, Ryland?
Good stuff, John. Finally, my name is Ryland Doerr, and I'll be covering the wind instrument. There are two primary types of wind instruments, open and closed cylinders, and I have two designs for each. My first design is an open cylinder with holes cut into the length of the instrument at specific intervals to produce the necessary notes to play the ASU alma mater's high part. My second design is also an open cylinder, but this one features a slide, enabling the musician to hit any note between 293.66 Hz all the way up to 587.33 Hz. Next, I have a closed cylinder that also features a slide and would produce the same range. However, for a closed cylinder, the length would only have to range between 147 all the way up to 294 millimeters, whereas for an open cylinder, that same range would have to be between 294 all the way up to 587 millimeters. Now, my preferred design is a closed cylinder with a plunger feature that allows the musician to pump liquid in and out of the instrument, varying the length of the total instrument and thus the frequency. Again, the musician would be able to hit the entire range and would be able to predetermine on the plunger where to stop pulling to know what note you're going to be producing. In this presentation, we have presented designs for percussion, string, and wind instruments, and indicated which instruments we intend to pursue for this project, which will include 2 percussion, 1 string, and 1 wind instrument. We are of course open to any suggestions, and thank you for your time.